We need to respect that people have different definitions of recovery.
You know, it's not magic, but it is.
You never, ever want to go back there again.
Yes, wellness is possible for everybody, and wellness looks different for everybody.
I think recovery is possible.
You don't get out of treatment and you're 100% okay. You kind of relearn to live step by step, situation by situation.
It might always be there lurking, but you'll have the skills and the strength to overcome it.
I think I'll be okay. I know I'll be okay just because I've been to such a dark place and for such a long time that it's like you never, ever want to go back there again. So you just know what your life is going to be like going forward, what you want for yourself, what you will take, what you won't take. It's really nice to have my sister back because, I don't know, nice to have her back and have her laughing again and finally being herself again.
So life now is great.
She is a healthy, thriving young woman that is now on her, third degree path. She'll be a lawyer in the near future. We're excited about her future. She's excited about her future.
They're moments of transformance. It's like who you are is fundamentally changed from this point that you actually can't go back to how you were, how you thought before.
I think believing is half the battle. And I would say that's probably one of the most important things. And, when I sit with every patient that I meet for the first time, I tell them that I believe in them. I know that they can do it. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be with them every step of the way. It's going to be a hard journey, but I know that they can do it, and we'll do it together.
I know so many people, hundreds of people, who have recovered from this awful illness, anorexia nervosa or bulimia, and lead wonderful lives and tell me that it's like a dream. It's like it never happened. I feel so far away from it, I'm never going back.
Yeah, have I seen people get to the other side of an eating disorder? Absolutely. And I say that with a huge, grin in my heart and on my face because, it's not magic, but it is.
If we can't change things for other people, what are we doing here?
The will has to come first.
I don't know why we would set our bar any lower than that.
I think that it's a hopeful time in terms of that aim because mental health in general is becoming more and more something that is talked about and accepted and much, much greater awareness than there was in the past. And I think that coming alongside with that will be that ability for the conversation to come out about eating disorders. I can imagine a world where we're talking about it more openly, and so when issues arise, when we are struggling with something, it's easier for that to come out and it's easier for us to seek help. I do see a world like that.
It would take a lot of effort on people who are suffering to start standing up to the stigma, to big industry that's making money off of this, and really speaking their story and speaking the truth about eating disorders, and the rest of the population hearing it and saying this is not okay.
And as we're talking more about eating disorders and it's coming out of the shadows and we're being more open about what this experience has been like, I believe that we are in a position now where we can effectively change policy and impact public policy for the better.
I think that we are capable of making some big changes in our approach to eating disorders and our aim of eliminating them at some point.
I think the will has to come first. There has to be the will to put the resources into it.
We have to tackle this from every angle. We have to get our governments involved. We have to get our school systems involved. As a community, we have to start supporting people instead of isolating people.
But the way to do that is to put money into it. It is to break the silence around it. It is to have collaborative treatment. It's to increase the public knowledge about what an eating disorder is and that it is a disease.
We have to figure it out so that other people don't have to go through what we did or what Elise did.
If we can't change things for other people, what are we doing here? Like, why are we doing all of this stuff if we don't think that we can change something about it?
I think it's very realistic that we can have a future where the numbers and the prevalence of eating disorders and is much reduced from what it is today.
I think we should strive to eradicate it. I don't know why we would set our bar any lower than that.
If we say it's possible, then it gives us the momentum to continue fighting, to find creative solutions, to keep, being innovative, to keep having conversations about how to make it happen.
I mean, hopefully you can read between the lines of this film that yes, it's about, the content is about eating disorders, but it's actually just about suffering. And so how can you be a human and not care about suffering?